Good morning. Good morning. Right. That's pretty good for a Friday. Welcome to the last day of Ignite. You've all made it. So yeah, let's get started. Welcome to the Advanced Analytics and Excel talk. My name is John Campbell. I'll be presenting with Joe McDade today. What we're going to do during this talk, actually, we're going to go through some of the new features that we've announced at Ignite or announced over the last few months, and just do a little bit of a deeper dive into how they work, give you some tips and tricks for working with them, kind of explain a little bit about what's going on behind the scenes so that when you use those, hopefully you can do a much better job, things will be a bit easier for you. So before we dive into the demos, let's just talk a little bit about where these features fit. So in the world of Excel, you can kind of frame it as the analyst journey. And so there's lots of phases. There's phases where you're getting data from places and you're bringing it in. And then when you've got the data, of course, you want to analyze it. You might write formulas against it, sort, filter, slice and dice, transform it in some way. And then, of course, there might be a visualization step, where you chart it and you look at it. And then maybe there's even a publish phase where you sort of, get the BI report and send it out to the organization. And then, of course, people consume it. They actually use it to do their jobs. And so the features we're going to talk about today, I'll show you where they fit in here. You can see it's really the getting data and analysis and a little bit of the visualization phase where these features play. And a lot of these phases are cyclical, obviously. You'll jump back and forth in and out of them. But generally, we're going to be talking through data types today, dynamic arrays, and then also ideas. And before we jump in there, let's talk a little bit about intelligence and analytics. So today, generally, it's a lot of manual work for people, and they need to learn the tools and adapt to what the tools want. And we're trying to move to a world where the tools actually sort of adapt to what you're doing, can understand your data, help you work with it, and accelerate the path. And so what you'll see is with features like ideas, it's going to give you a good jumping off point to get into the data, to start to transform it and analyze it, just to help you skip a few steps. If you're a beginning user, it gives you access to things that maybe were beyond your realm before. For an advanced user, you can get started. It gets you right into PivotTables, gives you a nice way to get an overview of the data. And we'll show you that in just a moment. And then the view of the world we have for intelligent services is there's kind of three vectors. They're intelligent if they're connected. So if they're acting on behalf of the user, they're anticipating what you need, they're trying to get you the outcomes faster. They're personalized. So they react to what the community, the organization, the company wants. They react to you and your personal data and start to factor that in. And of course, they get smarter over time. And those are kind of the three things that make up an intelligent service. We're going to talk about some calculation abilities a little bit later today, about how sort of calc in Excel has gotten smarter, but we're also going to show you some features like ideas that use machine learning and cloud-based intelligence. So with that, let's start jumping in. So data types is a feature that we announced earlier this year, and we're announcing it for general availability at Ignite. And it's really taking intelligent data from the cloud, augmenting what's in the spreadsheet, so you go beyond just a piece of text and a number to an object in a cell, if you will. It's an entity that represents a real-world idea. And the way you want to think of these are as cell values. So let me jump over and actually have Joe come up and type his password in, since the demo machine is locked here. Oops. And then I will jump over and we'll get into the demo. All right. So let's see if you can see the right screen. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to touch on a few things that we showed a little bit earlier at the conference, and then we'll go a bit beyond that. So here's just a bunch of strings and cells. They represent companies. Some are ticker symbols, some are uppercase, all caps, some are lowercase, some have typos. But they're in this list, in this table. It represents my stock portfolio. So I'm going to convert these to the stock data type. So on the data ribbon here, I'll hit stocks. That'll go out. So we fix up all the names. And now these represent the data type of the company in the cell. And what that means is I can click this icon, and I can see all of the data that belongs there. And that represents the idea of Microsoft as a stock. It's also got a bit of company information in it. It's pretty easy to work with. I can scroll through the card and look at it, and if I see something I want, like let's say maybe the ticker symbol, I have a nice widget here. I can click it. It just pops it out into the grid. I could also click this one. We've given you sort of a few easy ways to just pull it out and work with the data. When you click those, what they do, they don't copy things. They actually write a function, and it dereferences it. And so you can see up there it says, hey, take the company that's on the same row, and the value in the cell in the company column on this row, and then grab the ticker symbol. And I can do something like compute the price, or sorry, the value, which is just going to be the stock price times the number of shares. So we make it easy to work with in formulas too. So I can say equals, I'll select that cell, dot price, and then I'll multiply by the number of shares, and Excel will copy that formula down. So these are values, and you saw me working with them through the dot operator and functions, and that makes it easy to do things like this. On this other sheet, I started creating a nice dashboard, and all this is a little taller row with a merged cell, and it's got a data type in it. And these cells, they're just formatted to look nice, but they are just formulas that are dereferencing it that are colored to look good. But because they're values and they're just formulas and cells, I can copy that, I can paste it around, and pretty quickly build out kind of a mini dashboard of stocks here. Let me resize some of these cells. And there you go. And so now let's get a little bit deeper into what it means to be a value in Excel. So they all say Microsoft. Let's change this middle one to be Amazon. So just like today, if that was a number in a cell, I can type a new number in. It stays a number. So I type a new name in of a company. It will stay a company data type. When I hit enter, it'll call the service. It'll look it up. This is powered by the Microsoft Knowledge Graph. So again, just super flexible, really easy to work with. Let's make that cell a little bit wider. And they work with formulas too. So I can say, hey, let's put a formula in here. So I'll say equals, let's just grab this one, hit enter, and commits. You can see the conditional formatting fires. And so you can work with these a lot like you work with values in cells. And they'll work with things like, let me just make this column a little wider, get a little more space here. They'll work with things like VLOOKUP or if statements. So let's say equals if this Microsoft is equal to this other Microsoft, then we'll return true, or else we'll return false. Now, this should return false, and it does. And why is that? Because they're both Microsoft. Well, the reason is, when I open the card on this one, you can see the price is $114.26, and the last trade time. And $114.41 is the price over here. And that's because the other sheet that I copied from, I built that last night or yesterday sometime. So that was probably the price whenever I built it. So if you think about what these actually are in cells, they're really a record data structure. So it's a bunch of sort of name and value pairs. There's a nice image at the top. And what it means to be equal in this case is like, what would it mean for two companies to be the same? Well, is it that their name's the same? Is it that the price is the same, the volume? And so what it means in this case is we look at the entire contents of the record and we'll compare them. And if all of the properties and the values match, and it's independent of order, they can be sort of in any order, but if they match, then they're equal. So if I hit the refresh button and I refresh all of the prices, now you'll see it returns true because all of the values are the same. And that means you can work with these in things like VLOOKUPs. So you can take an entire object. I'll take Microsoft, and let's look in this table, and then let's bring back, the second column, and let's say false. And so you can see we were able to just pass the entire object to VLOOKUP, was able to go find it, compare, find the match, bring back the corresponding column. And they work with things like sort and filter as well. So that's another feature we've integrated these with. So I can always work with a part of the object. So in this case, if I want to sort or filter against some other field, like the CEO name, the price, the volume, ticker symbol, anything there, I can choose the field here. But if I don't choose anything, it's by default, there's something up there called display value. So that is the value that you see sitting in the cell. So if I do a sort, for example, then you'll see it actually just alphabetize those. Now, if you wanted to sort or, again, filter on any other field, you can always do it. Just pick it from that drop-down. Or you can use formulas and just unpack the data in the grid. And so that's what sort is going to do. There's also other features that are going to work with that display value by default in the product. So let's Let's talk one more feature that this integrates with. So I've built a dashboard here out. It's not filled in yet because these cells are empty, and these are all formulas that are just looking at different values of the stock. So I'm going to go over here and let's use data validation. Let's do a pick from list. And let's pick from all of the things in my portfolio so I can really easily compare stocks side by side. So now, if I pick two companies, see everything fills in, conditional formatting fires, and again, all that's in here, there's no magic here, these are just functions. But now it's really easy to just go through and start comparing stocks to one another, and I can kind of make some decisions there. So you can use these to build dashboards, build experiences, just like you would with most data in Excel. They don't work with every feature in the product yet, though. They work with sort and filter. They work with data validation, for example. We've got good logic around these to work with most formulas. There's the notion of equality and greater than and less than. Many things key off the display value. They'll work with things like find. So if I say find, let's say NYSE, it'll actually go inside the object and start finding among the values. So I can go through, it'll select the cells, and it'll just start opening the cards and finding things for me. So there's a bunch of features that we've integrated with. There are some that we haven't yet. And that's a great opportunity for all of you to engage with us on the community. And as you start using these features and finding places where you want us to do a deeper integration to give more features in Excel and native understanding of these things, let us know on the community. In the case you hit a feature that they don't work with, some of those features in Excel will just see an error in a cell. They'll see pound value. So if I take a feature like maybe a pivot table, for example, and I try and pivot, and I want those objects directly in the pivot table, the pivot tables are just going to see a pound value sitting in the cell. They don't have the intelligence yet to understand the data type. So there's a bit of a roadmap there in terms of how many features we integrate this with over time. Let's talk a little bit about how we get them from the service now. If you've seen some of the previous demos, I grabbed all those stocks and I hit go convert to stocks, and everything went from being text to a stock. There's some are on the New York Stock Exchange, some are on the NASDAQ, but all of them are one of the two, and the intelligence engines recognizes that. If I pick something, I convert it, and there's no context in the grid. This just says MSFT. Well, Microsoft is actually traded on lots of markets around the world. And so I get this data selector pane that opens up, and then I can look in and see if I want the one on Vienna, this is what it looks like. I can see the currency it's in. I can go back, and I can find the one I want and select it. And the reason it asked me is it didn't have any context. And so one way to give context, and probably the most common scenario, is you have a column of things. So when you send up and you convert that, it'll actually send up the surrounding cells to give the intelligence engine the context it needs. So in this case, I've got Microsoft, Amazon, and Google. And I'll hit stocks, and it didn't have to ask me what I was talking about there because, again, those are on the same exchange, they're in the same place, and so it had enough information to know. Now, it isn't just the stuff that's in the column. It'll actually look at the surrounding cells as well. So in this case, I've got NASDAQ, and I've got Microsoft in a cell. And so if I convert Microsoft to a stock, it worked that time. And why did it work? Because it could see the cell next to it was NASDAQ, so it assumed that was the thing I wanted. So when you do the intelligent conversion, it's not just the cells you're selecting that are getting sent to the service. It's the surrounding cells as well. And this works for, again, cities, states, countries, and more. And the disambiguation experience works the same way. You can also try typing more contents into the cell. So in this case, I'm typing in an abbreviation for the exchange. And you see, it knows there's no such thing as MSFT space XNAS, but it understood one's an abbreviation for exchange, one's a symbol. And you can try that for cities, counties, states, and things like that too. There are some really delightful experiences that work there. For example, let's say if I type in let's type in some cities. Seattle, Olympia, and North Bend. These are all cities back from around where we live in Washington, and it's able to convert those. If I type in Portland, at the bottom of this list, it knows which Portland I'm talking about because it's the one that's near those cities. If I type Portland over here, it doesn't have any idea. because there's not enough context, so it will ask me. There are some delighters. These don't always work. They're not guaranteed to work. It just sort of depends on what knowledge the intelligence engine has harvested. Capital of Florida, for example. And if the engine has harvested this from some source and understands it, then it will work, and sort of brought us back Tallahassee. Now notice, it made that a data type. It didn't just leave the text I typed in the cell as capital of Florida, and that's because, again, the cells above it were data types. So it's just like if I start typing numbers into the grid. Again, the way to think about these is values. If I have numbers, and I say, hey, let's apply a format to these, they're dollars, and I type something else in, it says, well, that must be dollars too, because the cells above me are dollars. So again, they work a lot like text and numbers. But I wanted to stop there and bring Joe up. Those were a few tips and tricks on data types. Let's bring him up, and he can start talking us through a couple of other features. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, John.
Actually, we're going to, sorry, Joe, before I hand over to you, this is a slide for a recap of what we talked about. It's there for offline or for viewing later. I think we went through all of this, but that's just something you can refer to later or grab a few snaps of now. Okay, great. Thank you.
Thanks. First up, I'm going to talk about ideas. So ideas is an intelligent analysis and visualization tool. It uses AI to identify patterns in your data, for example, trends, outliers, and correlations, and then it presents it to you visually. So it generates these charts that you can insert into your document. The feature democratizes advanced analytics. By surfacing pre-built pivot charts and pivot tables, it allows users who have never used these relatively complex features to be able to insert them and then play with them in their spreadsheet. And it gets better over time because there's a feedback loop. If you insert and use these charts, and there's also an ability for you to say, hey, this insight was useful to me, we get that signal and we can use that to make the experience better for users in future. And finally, it's cloud delivered. What that means is that it's cross-platform, and we've got a high rate of improvement. So when you're using this feature over the coming months, it'll gradually and continuously improve. Now I'm going to jump straight into a demo of this feature. Let me jump across. 6. Cool. And I'm just going to open a new workbook here. Just a blank workbook. Now the Ideas feature is on the Home tab on the top right. And I'm going to click it in this workbook, which has no data. And on opening it, you'll see that it says that my sheet is blank and there's no data. So there's nothing for it to analyze. But it has this handy button down the bottom to try sample data. And we're going to use the sample data for this demonstration. It's also a great way for you to play with the feature if you just want to give it a go. So I'm going to insert the sample data. And I'm going to zoom in here so you can all see it. Okay. So our sample data has sales of a product by category for a number of years. We've got 3 years here. And it has the sales amount and the rating for those sales. So presumably the people buying these products have been rating them. And if I take a look on the right here, you'll see the insights it's generated from this table of data. First up, it's generated a chart about ratings by category. And you can see here the confections category, there are 4 categories here, is the highest rated of the categories. I'm then given the option of inserting a pivot chart. With a pivot chart, I'll insert a new sheet with a pivot table ready to roll and the pivot chart on it as well. And there's a button to the right here where I can indicate if this was helpful. And this is a way of sending us a clear signal that this was a particularly helpful insight, or if it wasn't, you can click that as well and say, no, it wasn't a useful insight. Let's go ahead and insert this chart. So here we have the chart, and I'm just going to minimize this a little. Okay, and this is a live chart, so I can go and modify this and change it to my preference before I present it. For instance, I might want that to be shown as a percentage. So I can go and do that and tidy it up. I can also drill in on the data. So this is the average over a number of years, and I might just be interested in 2017. So I'm going to drop a filter on this one and then switch it to the 2017 year. And the numbers are roughly the same, beverages and condiments switched around. Okay. I'm going to close that down. And let's take a look at the other insights. So here we have sales by year and category. And you can see one particular category appears to be skyrocketing, doing particularly well. So let's drill in on that. So if we look at this chart, we can see that it's confections, the gray line, that is really doing well. It started sort of middle of the pack, and it's just taken off. It's kind of dwarfing the other sales at this point. So that might draw some interesting questions. Maybe we should go all into this, or maybe we should do something else about these other lines. Looking at a few more insights, we can see sales are increasing over time, and we now understand why that is. Because of this previous chart, we can tell that that's because of confection. So I'm not going to insert this one, but I can see that you can see that it's inserted a trend line here. Not particularly useful here because there wasn't a big change, but it's added that trend line, and in another context it may be more useful. And the final insight is provided here is that the long breads brand's rating is decreasing over time. So we might want to drill in on that, understand why that's happening. Perhaps something's changed with the product, or maybe our consumers' tastes are changing. And at the bottom here, we have a few more insights, but they're below the line. There are insights that we have a lower confidence about. And if I expand that out, I can see these additional charts. So here's a donut chart showing me that confections are about half my sales at the moment. There's also this chart here, which is relatively hard to generate. It's got it's an XY scatter, and it's showing some outliers that have been highlighted. So I can pop that one in. A key thing to call out here is it just says insert chart rather than insert pivot chart. When you're inserting the pivot charts, it'll insert a new sheet. When you insert just a chart, it'll just put that in on the original table sheet. So I'll just pop that one in, and you can see it's there. Now, this would have been a relatively painful chart to generate by hand. And there you'd have it in a number of seconds. Okay. So that's a quick overview of the feature. There are a few more insights down here, but I'm not going to dwell. And I'm going to kick back to the slides. Okay. Okay. Some best practices when using the ideas feature. Key thing is to remove any ambiguity from your data. That'll allow your AI to focus on what's important, and it can ignore the extraneous stuff. Clean tabular data works best. You should have good, clear headers on your data. We make use of that. So if something's labeled sales, we know what that is. If something's labeled quantity, we know what that is. You should unpivot any cross-tab data. And you can use a tool we have called, what used to be called Power Query, but is now get and transform data in the product to unpivot data to get nice, clean tabular data. Remove extraneous columns. So if you have columns like notes or anything that's not relevant to the analysis, remove those, because those are just distractions for the AI. You should apply good formatting. So we follow things like the currency symbols, the percentages, dates, and that feeds into the machine. And finally, this feature works best on data of a small to medium size. So we currently have a limit of 16 megabytes, which is around about 250,000 cells. So if you're over that, you might want to delete some rows or get rid of some columns. Okay. Next up is a new feature, and this is hot off the press. And this was announced at Ignite, and that's dynamic arrays. This is a big change for the calc engine. So up until today, Excel's formulas have only been able to return single values. You could return numbers, text, booleans, errors, and as John showed you, there's now a new type, and that's rich data types. But all of these are really single values. They're single objects. So a formula can return a single value. There was one exception to that, and that was these Control-Shift-Enter array formulas. But they had significant drawbacks. They were very difficult to work with, they were a pain to enter, and they were just difficult to manipulate in the grid. What we've done is we've trained the grid to natively understand arrays. So what this means is instead of writing a formula that could just return, say, Mary, you could return a formula that would return an array of values. And that array of values would be understood. Now, before I jump into showing this, we also added another 7 functions. And those functions really highlight and allow you to harness this new functionality. From top to bottom, we have the filter function, the unique function, sort, sort by, sequence, rand array, and single. Let me jump into it. Okay. So on the left here, I have a table. I'm just going to make a bit more space. We have a table that has sales of products. Switch this up. Sales of products. The sales are by region, so we're in every state except one, which we'll look at in a second. We have units sold, the price for those units sold, and therefore the total for the sale. Okay. And we want to do a bit of analysis on this. So the first thing we're going to do is get a list of the products. And we're going to use the new function unique. So there we go, equals unique. And I'm going to grab this entire column, so all the values in that column. Finish up that formula. We're just going to go with the simplest form here. It takes another 4 arguments. But in simplest form, it just takes a list and returns the unique values in that list, throwing away any duplicates. And if you look what happened there, I just pressed enter. I didn't Control-Shift-Enter, I didn't do anything crazy. I just hit enter, and we got a list of 4 things. Now, you'll notice there's this little blue border around it. And that blue border is what indicates that that's a spill range, that those values in those cells are all related. As I move outside of that, it disappears, and if I move back in, it reappears. So there's that visual communication. We also have, if you look at the formula bar, you'll notice how it's grayed out at this point. And that's because you're in a cell which is getting its value from another cell. So that it's getting spilled into that cell. The values are being spilled into it. But the formula really only lives in that top left cell. There's one formula that's generating an array of values, and the grid knows what to do with that. And what it does is it spills it outside of its bounds into any blank cells. What that means is if I start editing this formula in this particular cell, I'm just going to type something in here. So let's go dynamic arrays rock. You'll see that I now get this error. The formula in that home cell can no longer spill because it wants to spill into neighboring blank cells, and there just aren't enough. So what it does is it rolls up, and it gives you an error. When I interact with that error, you can see it shows me where it would like to go. And it gives me an option, not particularly useful here because everything's on screen, but if it was a very large spill range, it might be off screen. I could select the obstructing cells, and I could delete them, as I've just done, or move them out the way, insert some rows to make sufficient space. And on clearing that space, it just spilled. It just saw there was enough space, and then spilled its contents. And this works with calc as well. So I'm going to go and type dynamic arrays rock down here, and then I'm going to go to my product list. There are only 4 products there right now. I'm just going to change the binoculars to a kite, which will add an additional item to the list, and therefore the unique would need to grow. So I do that, and it can't grow because there's something in the way. And if I clear that, it can now spill. Okay. So things resize as part of calc. You do not need to interact with them. Things just happen. So I'm going to clear that. Now that we've got a unique list of products, let's calculate the number of units sold for each one of those products. Okay. So we're going to do this. This function's been around forever. We're just going to use a SUMIF. We're going to SUMIF across the products. And for our criteria, we're just going to use the product name from the unique over here on the left. And then we're going to sum up the units sold. Okay. So that'll tell us how many binoculars were sold. And I hit enter. And we have 300 binoculars sold. Now we can copy that down, and it gives us our results. But that's not the way to do it. In fact, that's particularly boring. This is a dynamic array presentation, and I'm going to show you how to do that in the new world. The big problem with doing it this way is that that unique list that we're referring to is able to resize. So when I change this to kite, you'll see my dynamic array has resized, but my SUMIF hasn't. Okay? So now I have to go back to my spreadsheet and update it just because I have another item in my sales table. And that's a pain. We want our spreadsheet to just be fine and continue working with no interaction. So we're going to change this. So I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to revert this back. And what I'm going to do is use the power of array formulas. So you can see here that I'm currently summing based on one criteria. And that's the criteria in H5. And if I extend that to H5 and H6 and hit enter, you'll see what happens. It returns two values. Okay? So that's pretty handy. Now let's do it for all of them. So I'm going to extend this, and I want you to keep an eye on this range over here, H5 through H6. And I'm going to extend that down to H8. So I extend H7, and then when I go to H8, you can see that it goes to this new notation. And that's our spill range notation. So what that says is give me the entire spill range from H5. Okay? And as that spill redimensions, that range reference will redimension as well. So if I hit enter now, it gives us 4 results. And if I change my product to kite over here, that SUMIF is now redimensioning. So my spreadsheet is just redimensioning. Okay. It's basically building itself. It's kind of amazing. So, yeah. Jump into the next function, the filter function. Okay. So the filter function, the things we've showed you up until now are spilling in one direction. You can spill in 2 dimensions. In fact, the unique function you can run on a table and it'll give you unique entries in the table, but I'm going to demonstrate doing a 2D spill now. So the filter takes 3 arguments. For the first argument, it's the data that we'd like to filter on. So we're going to filter on all the entries in this table. And we'd like to include all sales to the region in this cell, so in M2. So we're filtering sales where sales region is equal to the value in M2. And it's currently California, so we should just see California sales drop out. And for the final argument, we can specify what we want returned if it's an empty set, so if there's nothing. So let's go and say no, and I'm just using strings here, sales found in, and I'm going to go and say that particular state. So we should get a nice string in return when there's nothing there. Okay. And I hit enter, and there we go. I had some pre-existing custom formatting on the total column just to highlight what we're going to do next. So that's spilled out. And now I can go and change the state, and you'll see how it just resizes. Okay. And you can do advanced things because the filter function is just a function, and the argument the second argument is just expecting what is a Boolean array, you can do ors and ands in there as well. So you can do really complex combinations to really generate the data you want. Okay. Now, as an analyst, I'm a little OCD about my reports. And I'm looking at this one, and things aren't sorted. So let's see if we can improve this a little. So we have our unique function. Now let's jump in there, and let's say, sort this. So I'm just wrapping it in sort. I'm using the simplest form of the sort. And I'm going to hit enter. Focus on the units to the right. So the units have recalculated, my unique list is sorted, and my units have adjusted. And that'll always stay sorted now because it's part of calc. Now you might say, oh, I could always sort previously in Excel through tables or whatever. The key thing here is that it's part of calc. You don't have to go and click a mouse 3 times to sort something. It's always sorted, always up to date. And then we're going to sort our filter. We want to sort our filter from high to low on the total column. So we're going to use a more advanced sort. We're going to wrap, and I'm going to do it down here so you can see it. I'm going to wrap my filter in a sort. And for the second argument of the sort, I get to say which column I'd like to sort on. And I'd like to sort on the 6th column, which is the total. And I would like to sort that in descending order, so -1. And I hit enter, and now we have our sorted, filtered table. Okay. Now, the amazing thing about this spreadsheet is 3 formulas. That's it. Okay, just 3 formulas. If you try to do that with non-dynamic array Excel, I don't even know how I would get this done. I couldn't get it done. And I'd consider myself a power user. So you can now do things in Excel that you could never do before. So let's take a look at some of the other functions we're shipping. We saw sort, we saw unique, and we saw filter. Okay. The sequence function is a building block function. It's something that's useful in more complex formulas. It may also be useful in things like generating, just generating number lists. But its primary use is in as a building block function. So I'm going to demonstrate it here with this little chessboard. So I'm going to go sequence. Oh, I'll just do that in the formula bar because of the way I size my cells. Sequence, and I'm just going to go sequence 8. Now, if we take a look at the argument, that's the number of rows to generate. We'll look at the others in a second. So I'm going to go 8 rows. And you can see it generates a number sequence from 1 to 8. I can also generate 8 columns using the second argument. So I'm going to say 1 row, 8 columns. And you can see it goes across. I can do 8 rows and 8 columns, and you'll see how it snakes around. So it goes all the way around down to 64. So now I've numbered every square on my chessboard. The third argument allows me to set the start. So I'm going to start at 64. And I'm going to run down by 1 for each subsequent number. I'm going to say the step is -1. So now what will happen is I'll start at 64, and I'll go all the way down to 1 in the bottom right corner. If you've ever used array formulas, you'll know that you've had to jump through some hoops to generate these in the past. You would have used the row function, and you would have used row A1 through A10 to generate a number sequence from 1 to 10, which was a very inefficient way of doing it. Okay. Next up, rand array. Now, the rand array function is something that's useful for people that are doing statistical analysis, particularly Monte Carlos. So you can generate a large sequence of random numbers very quickly. So I'm going to go rand array, and we're going to generate a 10 by 5 array of random numbers. And there you've got your random numbers. You could make 100,000 random numbers if you wanted. And you've got that in a second. And then finally, I'm going to show you sort by. Now, sort by is similar to sort, except it allows you to sort by data that's outside of the array. So you don't have to sort by something that's inside the data you're sorting. So for instance, you might want to sort a list of countries by population, but you just want the name of the countries back. You don't want the countries and the population back. And in this example, I'm going to combine it with the rand array function. So I'm going to sort this list of names, and I'm going to sort them by a set of random numbers, which will cause those names to be shuffled because the random numbers will be in a random order, and then the names will get sorted. I know there are 20 names there. I could also use the row function to calculate it so it was more robust, and if I added more items to the table, it would calculate. But let's just go with 20 for now. And I hit enter, and now I've got a shuffled list of names. And if I hit F9, you'll see those names just move around. Okay. Let's jump back to the slide deck. Cool. Some key advantages of dynamic arrays. So dynamic arrays are more capable. You can do things that you could never do before. Sort, filter, unique. They're faster to build. Single formula building thousands of cells. And there's less chance of error. Because you're writing a single formula and not having to copy-paste it and deal with the dollar signs, locking the ranges to make sure things copy-paste correctly, it means there's less chance of just damaging formulas or incorrectly doing things. And when you edit them, you edit one cell rather than having to edit one and then copy it all over the place wherever there were copies of that cell. Some best practices for dynamic arrays. For resizing arrays, make sure you over-apply your formatting. The formatting doesn't spill with it. So if something's going to go down 100,000 rows and then shrink up, you want to make sure that you're covering the 100,000 so that when it goes back to 100,000, it's correctly formatted. Use those A1 pound notations wherever possible. That'll make your spreadsheet more resilient. And use tables for your data input. The structured references into tables are a very useful way of referring to a data set that's changing in length. To learn more about dynamic arrays, we have a tech blog that went out on Monday, along with the announcement of this feature. And there's some great community content out there already. Bill Jelen, for instance, one of our MVPs, has gone and released a 57-page book within the first week of this feature. So he's particularly excited about that, and that book is free for this week. So if you can find that, you can go and download that one. And that's the end of our talk. We're pretty much at time. We'd love to stay connected. We have our Excel blog. We read that. We follow the comments. We have user voice, which we use to try and stack rank user requests. So if you have feature requests, that's the place to go. Make sure you upvote your favorite feature. And there are a number of other resources. So please reach out to us. And then there are some related sessions, but given this is right at the end of the day, there aren't many sessions left. I'm doing one more on dynamic arrays today at 11:15. So if you want to learn a little bit more about that, you could come along there. We'll cover a good chunk. There'll be a bit of overlap as I have to recover the basics of dynamic arrays, but some of those attendees won't have seen this session. But there will be some new stuff as well. And with that, we're done. So thank you very much. Please review the session. And if you'd like to talk to any of us, we're going to hang around for a few minutes. And we've got some sticker swag if you want Excel stickers. They're pretty sweet. Cool, thanks.